Hi girls, in this video I'm going to explain the concept of exception handling in Java. An exception is an event that may cause abnormal termination of the program during its execution. The exception handling in Java is one of the powerful mechanisms to handle the runtime errors so that the normal flow of application can be maintained. So here in this video you are going to see about the exception in Java. So first, what is exception in Java? The meaning here, exception is abnormal condition. The meaning of exception is abnormal condition. In Java, an exception is an event that disturbs the normal flow of the program. It is an object which is thrown at runtime. What is exception handling? Exception handling is a mechanism to handle a runtime errors such as class not found, IO exception, SQL remote exception, etc. The advantages of exception handling are: the core advantages of exception handling is to maintain normal flow of the application. An exception normally disturbs the normal flow of the application. That is why we need to handle exceptions. Let us consider a scenario. Suppose there are 10 statements in Java program. An exception occurs at the statement 5. The rest of the code will not be executed. That means here we have seen in this example there are 10 statements in a Java program. An exception is occur at the statement 5. The rest of the coding will not be executed from the statement 6 to 10. However, when we perform exception handling, the rest of the statements will be executed. That is why we use exception handling in Java. I repeat this once again for your clarification. What is exception handling? Exception, the meaning of exception is the abnormal termination of a program. Without exception handling, if you execute a program in Java, the set of statements, you have comments 10 statements in this program. Without the use of exception handling, if there is exception occurs in the statement 5, the 4 statements only executed. At the statement 5, an exception occurs. It will end the program. It will not execute the statement 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. This is the normal concept without using the exception handling. But if you use the exception handling, the rest of the statements will be executed. The hierarchy of Java exception classes. The java.lang.throwable class is the root class of the, this is the throwable class. This is the root class of the Java exception hierarchy, inherited by 2 subclasses. The first one is the exception and then error. The hierarchy of the exception is given in this picture. Throwable is the root class, 2 subclasses here, the exception and the error. For this exception class, these are the subclasses: IO exception, SQL exception, and then class not. These are all the exceptions in the exception class. And then in the runtime exception, arithmetic, null pointer, number format exception, index out of bound exception are all included in the runtime exception. In the error, stack overflow error, virtual machine error, out of memory error will be in the class error. The types of Java exceptions are, there are mainly 2 types of exceptions. One is the checked and another one is unchecked. An error is considered as the unchecked exception. However, according to Oracle, there are 3 types of exception, namely checked exception, unchecked and error. The difference between the checked and unchecked exceptions are given here. If you take the checked exception, the classes that directly inherit the throwable class except runtime exception and error are known as checked exceptions. For example, IO exception, SQL exception, etc. Exceptions are checked at compile time. Then the unchecked exception, the classes that inherit Unchecked exception are those that can be either handled or ignored. If the programmer ignores an unchecked exception, the programmer will terminate when such error occurs. On the other hand, if an handler is provided for an unchecked exception, the result of the occurrence of such error will depend on the code written in the exception handler. An example of the unchecked exception is the runtime exception and its subclasses, which is a subclass of the class exception. It is a very important class in the Java programming. And then the error. Error is irrecoverable. Some examples of errors are out of memory error, virtual memory error, and assertion errors, etc. The keywords used in the exception handling are: Java provides 5 keywords that are used to handle the exception. The following are: the first one is the try, second one catch, finally throw and throws. These are all the keywords that are used to handle the exceptions in Java. The keyword try is used to specify a block where we should place an exception code. It means we can't use the try block alone. The try block must be followed by either a catch or finally. I repeat this again. The try block, we can't use the try block alone. The try block must be followed by either a catch or finally. And then the second keyword is catch. The catch block is used to handle the exception. It must be preceded by the try block, which means we cannot use catch block alone. By this statement, you can understand try and catch should be used together, not separately. It can be followed by finally block later. And then third keyword is finally. The finally block is used to execute the necessary code of the program. It is executed whether an exception is handled or not. And the next keyword is throw. The throw keyword is used to throw an exception. The throws keyword is used to declare exceptions. It specifies that there may occur an exception in method. It does not throw an exception. It always used within method signature. In this example, you can see, let's see an example of Java exception handling, in which we are using try-catch statement to handle the exception. This is the example of the try-catch code. Within the main function, the try block is given here. Here, integer data is equal to 100 by 0. If any number divided by 0, it will return an error message. So if you does not use this try and catch statement in this program, the program will produce an error message. But here in this example, the try block is used and catch also used. Within the try block, the coding is given in data is equal to 100 by 0. So this means after the statement is executed, the catch statement catches the error, that is the arithmetic exception, and it prints the exception E. What is the error here is divide by 0 error will be displayed here. And then after the catch statement, one output statement is given here, rest of code. So here you can see in this output of the statement, what will be the output for this program is exception in main thread java.lang.arithmetic exception by 0. You can see this is a divide by 0 error that was displayed here, and the rest of code statement also printed in the screen. Suppose if you does not use this try and catch, this rest of code will not be executed, is just end the program with the error message only. It does not mention that this is a 0 error like that also. So this is the concept of exception handling. Exception means if you assume if there is an error occur, it will not disturb the program execution. It will tell the error, what the error and type of the error, and execute the rest of the statements also. That is the concept of the exception handling. The common scenarios of Java exception are, there are given some scenarios where unchecked exceptions may occur. As a scenario where an arithmetic exception occurs, if we divide any number by 0, there occur an arithmetic exception. For example, here, if any number that is divided by 0, it gives an arithmetic expression. And then second one is the null pointer exception occurs. If we have a null value in any variable, perform any operation on the variable, it throws a null pointer exception. For example, in this example, the string, it has a null value. If you print this string yes, it here in this example, the value of the string yes is null. If you print this length of the string, it will give the null pointer exception error. And then number format exception error. If the format of any variable or number is mismatched, it may result into number format exception. Suppose we have a string variable that has characters. Converting this variable into digit will cause a number format exception. If a string variable is converted into a digit, that means the integer value, it will cause an number format exception. In this example, you can see the variable yes hold the string value, but here the conversion here is integer.parseInt of yes. That means the value of yes here is the string. If you convert this string into the integer, it will display the number format exception. And then the array index out of bound exception. When an array exceeds to its size, an array index out of bound error will be occur. So here in this example, the size of the array is 5, but you give the size as 10. So here you just initialize the size of the array in the declaration part as 5, but you give the size 10 here. So in this type of statement, it will throw array index out of bound of exception. Java exceptions, here the try block, example of the try block here. The try block is used to enclose the code that might write throw an exception. It must be used within the method. If an exception occurs at a particular statement in the try block, the rest of the block code will not execute. So that it recommended not to keep the code in the try block so that it will not throw an exception. Java try block must be followed by either a catch or finally block. Here in this example, try, this is a catch statement, or try finally. So every try block that must be followed by either a catch. There is a try, here the catch. If there is a try statement, you have to give finally. So there is two options here. Here the Java catch block. The Java catch block is used to handle the exception by declaring the type of exception within the parameter. The declared exception must be the parent class exception or generated exception type. Here how the Java try block will be working is given in this example. Here this is the any number divided by 0 that will give the divided by 0 error. So an object of exception class is thrown here. Exception object receive this. If this is handled, it will execute the rest of the code. If the exception is not handled, it will print out the exception description, print the stack and terminate the program. Okay, if you does not give this statement within the try block, if you didn't give this statement within the try block, it will display this. If you give this statement within the try catch, it will, the error will be handled and the rest of the statements will also be executed. So the problem without the exception handling is given here. For example, in this there is no try catch. If you run this statement 50 by 0, it does not, there is no try and catch. So the output will be exception in the main thread divided by 0. The rest of the code will not be executed here. You can see if you give this statement within the try, after the catch, if you give this statement also executed because the error is catched and it will also execute the rest of the statements also. As displayed the above example, the rest of the code is not executed if you does not use the try and catch statements in your program. That means exception handling. So by using this try catch, for example, in this statement, the above program is re-typed here. Within this try block, the code is given. That is the number is divided by 0. This is the catch statement also here. After the catch statement, there is output statement also given here. So here you can see the error was also displayed and the rest of the code also executed here. So that is the use of the try block catch. So try is used to execute the program and also it display the error. What the error was also displayed by the try and catch block.